Good morning and welcome to the 8:15 daily operations weather brief. This morning we are starting off the day with mostly cloudy skies, some light winds, and generally fair weather conditions that should persist throughout much of the working day today, with our temperatures looking to run above our seasonal averages. And as we move into the later portion of the forecast period, those winds will begin to increase ahead of an approaching frontal passage that's expected to move through this evening and into tomorrow morning, and that will also bring us our next chance of rain to the local area, along with the possibility of some isolated thunderstorms moving through the region. Now, looking at this morning surface analysis, a strong high-pressure system does sit off the mid-Atlantic coast, while two low-pressure systems track from the plains eastward, bringing increased high-level clouds into the area this morning, with our conditions gradually warming into the 60s for today as a weak warm front lifts north through the local region. And tonight we can anticipate some showers and possible isolated thunderstorms looking to move from west to east starting around the midnight hour through early tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.-ish. And temperatures do look to stay near 60 degrees due to some breezy southerly winds for this evening. Now, Wednesday will also remain mild with temperatures in the mid-60s and yet another chance of scattered showers in the afternoon or early evening as a stronger cold front tied to a low over the Great Lakes region approaches, and that will bring us some limited chances of scattered precipitation. And then following that frontal passage on Wednesday, our temperatures will then drop pretty quickly into the 30s for Wednesday night and lead us into a cooler Thanksgiving Day with highs only reaching the upper 40s and breezy northwesterly winds with cold overnight lows that will be dropping into the 30s as we see some high pressure start building in over the plains, and we'll have deep troughing more so in control of the eastern U.S. As for our current weather observed out on the field, we do have some broken clouds in the upper levels at 17,000 feet and 25,000 feet with unrestricted visibility, and our winds are out of the south-southeast at about 5 knots with temperatures currently sitting at 51 degrees and a relative humidity around 80%. Bringing us to the satellite imagery from this morning. On the most recent scan here, we can clearly see that high upper level cloud cover working its way into the region, currently sitting broken but anticipated to turn overcast as the day progresses on, and eventually that will turn into what will give us our rain chances once that frontal feature starts interacting with that moisture that's pushing towards our area. This is the model run from this morning, the a high-resolution model on a 24-hour loop, and we can see in the later half of this period, or the later half of this loop, those scattered showers and potential thunderstorms that do make their way through, and depending on how that frontal feature orients itself, we might see slightly more persistent rain, although overall rain totals shouldn't be overly impressive at that. And that brings us to the 24-hour forecast ahead, in which we are anticipating a little bit of sunshine breaking through here and there for the earlier portion of the period through the early afternoon, with increasing cloud cover expected. We'll then see, with the arrival of that frontal feature, some rain chances work their way into the forecast, along with winds that will be progressively increasing throughout the day to just around, if not below, wind advisory criteria. And our temperatures for today do look to stay in the low 60s as a high, and also remain around that same point for our lows this evening as a result of that warm front that is pushing through as of current. Now looking at the days ahead. On Wednesday, we can anticipate mostly cloudy conditions, turning partly cloudy with a slight chance of lingering showers earlier in the day, and with a second cold front passing through, tied with that stronger low to the north, we may also see a second chance of precipitation later in the afternoon, and a high of 65. And tied with our Wednesday period, we might see some early low-level cloud cover and some breezy winds that could necessitate a wind advisory, although as of current, those winds do look to be just shy of that threshold. On Wednesday night, we can anticipate partly cloudy conditions becoming mostly cloudy and slightly more breezy conditions with a low of 39. And on Thursday, mostly cloudy and slightly breezy with progressive clearing expected in the afternoon, and a a high of 49, and some color on the board once again for those potentially breezy conditions. That is going to conclude the daily weather operations brief. We'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook. Hope everyone has a great day.